How to raise your vibration. Everything in this world, everything in this universe has energy, including us. We're all made up of different kinds of energy. So the frequency that we are in, we will attract other things, other people, other experiences of a similar frequency. Because as humans living in survival mode, we tend to operate in lower vibrations. These are emotions of fear, of guilt, of grief, of shame. But there are ways in which we can shift to a higher vibration, and it's possible for every single one of us to get to that place, to get to a place wherein we are mostly operating from a state of high vibration. Of course, it's harder to achieve this depending on our own life circumstances and the situations we are in, certain political, social, or economic reasons, or the community you belong to. But there's always a way for us to live with more peace, with more joy, with more fulfillment. So today I want to talk about some things that you can do in your life to shift your vibration from the lower end to the higher end. The first thing is to live less from a place of ego and more from a place of soul. Very broadly speaking, ego is basically your sense of self, the way you make sense of yourself in context to the world around you. And it's mostly said that ego's main job is to keep you in reality, keep you protected. It's sort of like this bridge between your conscious mind and your unconscious mind. But if you take a step forward and look at it from a spiritual perspective, while it's said that ego is your sense of self, in spirituality it is said that your ego is not you. It's a part of you, but who you are at your core is not your ego. Because yes, you make sense of the world around you with the help of your ego, but a lot of factors determine your worldviews, your thought patterns, your behaviors, the relationship you had with your caretakers, friends in school, your school environment, your home environment, or just any significant situations at a very young age determine so much of our personality and so much of our psyche growing up. And so to think that your ego is you is false, because it's basically molded by situations and people around you. And hence ego is often associated with emotions of fear, of guilt, of hatred, envy, stuff like that. And this is why it's important to separate yourself from your ego, because you are not your thoughts, you're not your behaviors. If you're stuck in living from an ego mind, then it's hard for you to live in a higher vibration. So when you stop living from a place of ego, you basically start living from a place of love. And if you are living from a place of love, then there is very little space for the lower vibrational emotions to take control of your life. Firstly, it will help you in forgiving people or forgiving yourself and letting go. We will always be brooding if we hold grudges against someone or if we are planning revenges on someone. So forgiving others and even forgiving yourself for whatever reasons will set you free from the burden and the hurt of these experiences. You will feel lighter, and also you can make space for more meaningful and aligned experiences to come into your life. Now that being said, everybody forgives at their own pace. There is never a right, like a fixed right time for you to brood on something. If you're not ready to forgive yet, you're not ready, and that's that. Just do it on your own pace, do it when it feels right. Just have this awareness that in the end you just want to come to this place where you can leave all the hurt behind, you can let it go, and you can move forward. Living from a place of love will also help you have more compassion, more kindness, more understanding towards the collective. You see that every single one of us struggles, and you can see that as a unifying factor for all of us. When you stop living through the ego mind, you're just set free, you're just a lot more happier because you will not take things personally. So you're basically just in your own lane doing your own thing. The next thing, and the most important thing, is to have gratitude. Practice gratitude. Starting now, just look around you and find 3 things that you're grateful for in your life, and then make a habit of it every single day. You can just speak them out loud, or you can write them down in your journal, or if it's some people you're grateful for, you can directly go and tell them. No matter what, make it a practice to have gratitude, hold gratitude in your heart every single day. This does wonders, because when you are in a state of gratitude, your perspective is shifting from all that you don't have to all that you have. Because frankly, no matter how much we have, we always want more and more and more. And while there's nothing wrong to have desires, I think it's important to also understand everything that we do have in our life, everything that we are privileged or lucky enough to make a part of our life. And if we are constantly thinking about everything we don't have or everything that we want to achieve, then we are living in a lack mindset. Whereas if we have gratitude for the things that we already have and we concentrate on them, we are living in an abundant mindset. And that is living at a higher vibration, because if you have an abundant mindset, then you are just going to attract more abundance, because like attracts like. If you just close your eyes and you think of gratitude, then you're just naturally going to feel more peaceful, naturally going to feel more at ease. So an easy way to operate at a higher frequency is to practice gratitude. Including some sort of spiritual practice into your life is another way to raise your vibration. This could be meditation, praying, breath work, yoga, connecting to nature. These practices, especially meditation and breath work, even yoga, they help you come back to the present moment. They help you be grounded in the present moment, so you're just more aware of your true nature, of who you are at your core, because all the distractions sort of fall away. And it's as close to enlightenment as you could go, I believe. Enlightenment is at the top of the frequency list. We do want to be there. But even keeping all the spiritual stuff aside, these things help you tremendously with your physical and mental health. They keep you in better shape. They can help regulate your nervous system. You can stay more healthy and fall sick less often. These practices also help you transform any negative thoughts that you have or any negative stuff you keep telling yourself. They can help you develop a more positive outlook towards life. They can help you build more faith and more trust. And most importantly, they help a lot in surrendering, in accepting something for what it is without wanting to change it or control it, which is key to have peace in your life. Connecting with nature is also so helpful. You just feel more at ease, you're relaxed, you get to live more slowly, live more fully. So maybe taking a walk, or if you live near water bodies, then spending time there, or just anything, even if it's just 5 minutes every single day, spending time in nature can do wonders. Another thing I want to add to spiritual practices is creativity, because I do believe creativity is really sacred and spiritual in that sense, because you get in this flow state and you're just completely submerged in that energy when you're doing something you really enjoy that uses that creative muscle. So if you have any creative hobbies, then definitely give time to them, because it will naturally raise your vibration. The next thing is eating right. You are what you eat, and food is a fuel, so it is a very important aspect of raising your vibration. In Ayurveda, it is said that you should consume food with high levels of prana. Prana is life force energy. So these are fresh foods, locally grown foods, organic food like fresh vegetables and fruits, less processed, less fried stuff, nutritious, wholesome meals, basically anything that grows in areas around you, because it's said that we are connected to the soil. Plants and stuff, they grow on the same soil, so it's sort of like an energy that is connected. Another thing that I've been working on is to eat more consciously, move away from the compulsive culture. I was someone who just eat whatever, especially like packaged food. I used to binge eat every time I was stressed, but now I'm trying to eat more consciously, as in I'm trying to be more aware of what I'm eating and how much am I eating, how does it feel in my body after I've eaten something, and just listening more to my body and its needs. And this is not to say that you should not eat anything that you basically just eat for the taste and not for the nutritional value. It's more to do with you consciously making a choice to eat that or consume that. So it's not like I need to have it, otherwise but rather like, okay, like I feel like having it today, so let me. Eating with more awareness, eating with more consciousness can help you understand what sort of food is nutritious to you and what is not. The next thing is practicing good routines. High vibe people have set routines that work for them, because good routines maintained consistently will give you more discipline. And discipline is so important to have a fulfilling, meaningful life. If you have a time and place for everything in your life, or most things in your life, you will be able to achieve your long-term and short-term goals, because you're on track, you're not getting burnt out, and they can help you improve your skills for more success. Also, routines help in building habits more effectively, because if you're practicing something regularly at a set time and at a set place, then your body is going to get accustomed to it. Set your meal times, your bedtime, the time you wake up, work with your biological clock, the circadian rhythm, because it's really important in the proper functioning of your body, like releasing hormones, your digestive power, etc. So work on building good routines that work for you. The physical environment that you live in or spend most of your time in is extremely important in defining how you feel throughout your day. So make sure that these places are clutter-free, they are organized, they're smelling good, they are ventilated. See if you can have more natural light come in, decorated with plants, or even decorated with artifacts or just photos that are meaningful to you, that make you feel good, because your physical space will directly affect your mood and you want to always be surrounded by uplifting things. So spend your time and energy in carefully curating the space. The next thing, and one of the most important things, is to monitor your media consumption and only consuming stuff that is going to raise your vibration. Internet is literally everywhere, and so is all types of content. No matter your job, I'm pretty sure you're going to be on the internet a long time throughout the day, on social media, on OTT and streaming platforms. So it's extremely important to be aware of what sort of information are we allowing into our minds. The biggest shift happened for me in terms of my mental health is when I stopped binging on Netflix, as I started consuming content with more intention and truly understanding the effect it has on me has done wonders to my mental health. Of course, there's nothing wrong with watching trending stuff or even binging to an extent, but just be aware of what you're consuming, because a lot of times we don't even know what we're looking at. It's just like a distraction, but it goes into our subconscious mind. Consuming content that can inspire you, can uplift your moods, can definitely raise your vibration. Now, entertainment is important. Sometimes you just want to numb out, you just want to watch whatever, and that is completely okay. Just be aware that you're doing it so that the consequences are not dramatic or unseen. Now, just the way the type of content you consume on an everyday basis can determine your vibration, the kind of people you spend a lot of time with will do the same. So you've got to fill your life with high vibe people. It's said that the 5 people you spend most of your time with, you're going to be like them. So it's extremely important to choose your community, your friends, a partner who resonate with your values in life. Supportive and inspiring people will always push you to do better, to live more from a place of love, but at the same time they take care of you in gentle and accepting ways. So pick these people with more intention. Now, sometimes it's unavoidable that we spend a lot of time with people who are not necessarily high vibe, for example our family or people we work with, and in those cases establishing boundaries can be very effective. Communicating exactly what you are okay with and what you're not okay with can help you live with a little bit of peace. And also the other people that you choose with intention, you can always go back to them and they can help you feel good again, feel happy again, and just dealing with these other kind of people a lot easier. Of course, lastly, and this one makes it to the list of literally anything I talk about, and it's doing the inner work. In order to live at a higher vibration, you firstly have to be aware that you've been living at a lower vibration. Having this sort of self-awareness, the emotions and experiences that you need to process and release in order to move forward is important for you to have a better quality of life and to raise your vibration. If you're not even aware that you're unhappy or angry or stressed, then really what are you going to change in the first place? So doing journal prompts or talking to a therapist or a trusted friend and just revisiting experiences, meditation, all of these things can bring more clarity into what sort of lower vibration emotions are we operating from, are we holding within ourselves, and what is the best way for us to change that. So putting efforts into healing our egos will bring clarity to our soul, to our hearts, understanding who we are at the core level and just those truths that we are meant to live at a higher vibration always, so we can start moving in that direction. Just like healing, having a high vibe is not something we do once and then it just sustains for the rest of our life. It's a constant process. You constantly have to check yourself and see where you could be feeling more negative, more heavier emotions, and how you can move to peaceful waters. And the more you include these practices in your life, it'll just become a lot more easier to live in this state for a long time consistently. Of course, we're only humans, and I think it's practically impossible if you're a part of this world or if you just deal with this world to always live in this state of higher vibration. There will be times when we are going to be the low vibe people, and I think that's okay. A lot of times we're actually meant to experience and feel these darker emotions like sadness or hurt, and they can hold invaluable lessons for us. So don't judge yourself if you're experiencing these feelings, and also don't judge others if they are living from a place of these emotions. We just don't know when what could come up. So the goal is not to like permanently stay at a higher vibration and just always feel happy and always be delighted and always love people. It's kind of hard because sometimes like life is tough, you know. The goal is to navigate and find our way to this higher state of being no matter what happens. So wherever you are in life and whatever situation you're in right now, you want to move towards peace and joy and love. So yeah, that's everything I wanted to share with you today. I hope you find this helpful. Thank you so much once again for watching this video, for being here. Have a beautiful day or night, and I will come back again with another one. Bye.